I am not lazy. I never was. I never will be. One of my favorite quotes goes like this. One thing you need to know about me is that I am not you. A lot more things will make sense after that. As human beings, we sometimes forget that not everyone is the same. You assume you know everything about a person just because they belong to a group that maybe you belong to. I share aspects of my life here to remind people that there isn't just one type of woman. There isn't just one type of stay-at-home mom, or one type of Igbo girl, or girl mom, or content creator, or Nigerian immigrants in the UK. We are all different. Our experiences, our choices, our journeys are different. Yes, we may share several similarities, but not in every aspect of our lives. Recently, I have seen people say that the reason many Nigerians, including myself, consider returning home is simply because of access to cheap labor. I find this quite disheartening. Not only does it lack a fundamental understanding of human nature and our deep-rooted sense of belonging, it also simply is not true. Especially about me. I am not lazy, I never was, I never will be. Let me take you back a little. The first time I cooked an actual meal, I was 7 years old. That was around the same time I told my parents that we no longer needed domestic help. From that time on, we never had domestic help again. My parents, to this day, still remind me of how I tried to help wash our large living room rug because I didn't want my future husband to be the only one to know how to do it. I was just 6 years old. I am not lazy. I never was. I never will be. When I had my first child, I did almost everything myself with no domestic help. My husband traveled often for work, and I would go weeks alone caring for my baby while also running my baking business. Then, when I was pregnant with my second child, something happened. One day, while I was trying to get my toddler to take a nap, I felt this sharp pain in my stomach. For a brief moment, my life flashed before my eyes. And I panicked. What if something happened to me? Who would help? No one would know, maybe until hours later, when my husband, after calling and calling with no response, would realize that something is wrong. That moment changed everything. I decided to get help. A few weeks before I gave birth to my second child, I hired someone, and I loved it, not just because it made my workload lighter, but because it allowed me to focus on what truly mattered, which is taking care of and bonding with my children. Why spend hours washing dishes when I could be playing with my kids, engaging in role play, creating art pieces that I would secretly throw away after declaring them the best artwork I had ever seen? Why spend my energy on endless repetitive chores when I could be growing my channel or making beautiful memories with my friends? Having help gave me more time to do the things that fulfilled me. I still did a lot by myself. It took me a while to learn to let people do things in their own way without taking over. My husband was the same way. My mom calls him Nwoke Zuike, the man who never rests. He would go around the house fixing things at odd hours. One night, I would hear him drilling at 2 a.m. The next, I would wake up to him cleaning the couch at 4 a.m. In my dream, I would hear the sound of construction, only to realize that the man who never rests is fixing a broken wardrobe because he can't just let things be out of order for a few hours. Now we live abroad, and honestly, house chores are not a problem. We do what we can, and our kids are old enough to help out. I have many talents, and there's not much I can't do for myself. I do my hair and my kids' hair all by myself. All three of them have full, thick, natural hair. I don't like cooking, but I am the best cook I know. Dishes, I don't just wash dishes. I restore them back to factory condition. Cleaning, you cannot clean my house better than I can. I have sharp eyesight and I have an even sharper sense of smell. Laundry, I would win a laundry folding contest. Fitted sheets and chiffon blouses hate to see me coming. And guess what? Sometimes I even find chores relaxing. Just give me a good movie, a podcast, or a great series, and I will work for hours. So yes, I miss having help, but let's be clear, it is not one of the reasons why I miss home. I was already preparing for a help-free life before we unexpectedly had the opportunity to leave Nigeria. It's quite insulting to assume that Nigerian immigrants miss home simply because we don't want to do house chores. Nigerians are some of the hardest working people I know. The average immigrant, man or woman, does what needs to be done for their family. If we had access to affordable help, of course we would take it. But since we don't, we adjust, we step up, we make it work. Forget the narratives you see on social media. Many immigrants are thriving abroad, building solid foundations for their families and adapting beautifully to their new lives. That's the spirit of the average Nigerian. The idea that we would abandon our dreams of living abroad after all the sacrifices we've made just to go back to Nigeria so that somebody can wash the dishes. Is it tough sometimes? Absolutely. But Nigerians, we are experts at tough. If we survive the challenges we face back at home, what is life abroad without help that we cannot handle? So, let's set the record straight. Nigerians are not lazy. Nigerians never were. Nigerians never will be. We miss home simply because there is love and food at home.